He's talking about government hunters, and this man Bud Johnson was a government hunter, and George Short, and all I did with them is I went around and with them a lot, and but Bud was right here in this world, right down here in Boonville for years as a government hunter.
Why do you call him a government hunter?
Because the government paid him to protect the livestock from the predators, coyotes, and wild dogs and things of this nature, bear and everything that would kill livestock. But they had people all over, also had lion hunters that hunted lion year round.
So did you guys ever do that?
I have. Okay, if you ask if I ever ate lion meat, and I have eaten lion meat, and what they eat on them is the back straps. You have to cut the fat off of them, and then you just salt and pepper them and fry them, and just like you would any other meat, and it's good meat. And this old cowboy, this old coyote hunter, George Short, he used to take the back straps out of them big bobcats, and he'd eat them, and that's what he ate for meat out there on the mountain. And if it's good meat, it's clean. Animal, wildcat eats something that's fresh. They don't eat anything that's dead like a coyote does. A lion or a bobcat they kill, and you can eat them. They're good to eat.
So you didn't have to slow cook those like you do a bear?
No. Just cook it. Just fry it like you would a buck steak. Just fry it, but pound it good and fry it, and it's delicious.
Now it's illegal.
Well, yeah, it's illegal, yeah, but most everything we do now is illegal.
You know, you're talking about cooking meat. It reminds me of a story. I come up from high school and got there at Alderpoint, and went into this little place they had. Forget the fellow that was the barber. What was his name?
Pulver.
Yeah, Harry Pulver had that little restaurant up there.
Yeah.
And so Wilkes Woods come in the same time I did, from up in Jewett Valley. And he come in and we got to talking and, about hunting and different things. And Wilkes said, what they always did, most all the Indians always did when they went bear hunting was they killed the bear. He said they cut the lining out of the stomach lining out of there. And he said they'd cook that with sweet potatoes, and he called it bear belly and sweet potatoes. And he said they could do that. They do it because they could cook that lining the first night,
Yeah.
And that's what they did. They had bear belly and sweet potatoes. So when they had that cookbook over my birthday party, I told them about that. And they wanted to know if I knew a recipe, and I told them that about bear belly and sweet potatoes.
Oh, that's a good feed, I'd say. Yeah.
But Wilkes Wood told me that, and I'm sure he's right. They did exactly what they said to do,
Well, I tell you what, I've run bear down them holes and been afoot and a long ways and couldn't make it out at night and kill a bear and take and roast it. Take the heart, slice it up, roast it over the fire, and eat it.
Yeah?
Right there.
I had Harold Johnson. You remember Harold Johnson?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Harold was falling timber for me. I was rope foreman, and that rope from the Zenia guard station toward Benton Valley. I had Harold going through and falling all that timber. I had cats working in there. And anyhow, gosh, I went out one morning and no Harold. The second morning, Harold didn't show up. So I went home and told Dad about it. He said, did you realize that this is the first or second day of bear season? And he says, you can't depend on a hound man. He said, forget it. He said, they're not trustworthy at all. He said, when you need them the most, they never show up. And by God, it was 2 weeks before Harold come back, and he said, am I still on the job? I said, hell, I didn't even know he was gone.
He was a great person, Harold Johnson.